The purpose of this SOP is to provide guidance and governance to Solar City employees regarding forklift training and certification. This SOP is to be used for certification, recertification, and refresher training for all Solar City employees operating forklifts.
Initial certification of employees who are new to Solar City or current employees transitioning to a new forklift type or location. Raise certification of employees who were previously certified and whose certificate has expired. Per Section 5.1, refresher training shall be completed, as necessary, per Section 5.2.
For initial certification and recertification, the employee must also be evaluated on the site-specific forklift type or types and workplace-related topics before being authorized to operate.
Department managers, on a regional level, are responsible for ensuring that their trainers are selected, assigned, trained, evaluated.
For all employees' safety, trainers must have the knowledge, training, and experience to train powered industrial truck operators and evaluate their competence. Remain near but at a safe distance from the trainee during forklift operation. This is defined as a distance at which the trainer can act on any training or safety needs as they arise. Be focused on training and trainee at all times during training sessions. A trainee will only operate a forklift under the direct supervision of the trainer at all times during training sessions per Section 1.4, above. Record of training and assignment. When an employee is identified as requiring forklift certification, they will be identified in Solar City University, which will alert that employee, their manager, and safety team. At that point, the relevant trainings are assigned automatically by SCU. Trainee name, EIN, state date, target completions, date. Trainer's name. Initial certification comprises two parts: vendor training and certification, practical hands-on training.
Vendor training. As the first step to operating a forklift, all employees are required to have completed external training with an approved certified forklift safety training vendor from a list of vendors found in Appendix A. For employees new to Solar City, general forklift safety training cards can be accepted in lieu of new vendor training, provided the prior training was provided from an existing approved certified forklift safety training vendors listed in Appendix A, and provided the card is valid and not expired. Vendor training must include the following truck-related topics: differences between the forklift and automobiles, truck controls and instrumentation, where they are located, what they do, and how they work, engine or motor operation, steering and maneuvering, fork and attachment adaptation, operation, and use limitations, vehicle capacity, vehicle stability, any vehicle maintenance and inspection that the operator will be required to perform, refueling and or charging and recharging of batteries, operating limitations, operating instructions, warnings, or precautions listed in the operator's manual for the types of vehicle that the employee is being trained to operate. The requirements of the 29 CFR. Section 1910.178 Powered Industrial Truck OSHA Standard.
Practical hands-on training consists of 3 competencies, including basic, safety observer and assistant; intermediate, simple forklift operations; advanced, independent operation of all tasks under the observation of the trainer, documented in Appendix B. The number of required training sessions may vary depending on frequency and scope of training, individual trainee, any past experience that the individual trainee may have, environmental or warehouse conditions. Trainees are evaluated on the below-listed advanced competencies: performing and documenting a vehicle pre-check, safe speeds, cornering, and backing, where to look and what to look for, using the horn in accordance with procedure and conditions, orientating the forklift and load on inclines and declines, evaluating side, rear, and overhead clearance, using lift and tilt, and carrying a load at a safe elevation, handling a load in a manner to prevent damage, removing and placing loads on a rack or truck, refueling or charging the vehicle. Once the trainer is fully satisfied with the trainee's proficiencies above, the trainer shall document this by filling out and completing Appendix B. Upon completion, Appendix B, and any completion certificates, will be saved to SCU.
For Appendix C, an employee must be deemed competent on a site-specific forklift type, before being authorized to operate for one or more of the following conditions: new employee seeking certification, site forklift type change, employee site change. Site-specific forklift certification is required if the employee is new or has not been evaluated on site-specific forklift type using Appendix C. For a new forklift type or site change, if the forklift type is exactly the same as the forklift type the employee is currently certified on, and/or workplace conditions at a proposed site are the same, then the employee's current forklift type certification will be sufficient. If a proposed forklift is a different type, and/or the proposed site has different conditions, the operator will be required to complete a site-specific forklift certification using Appendix C. For site-specific forklift certification, the trainee will have their advanced competencies evaluated on one or more of the following forklift types: counterbalance, four-wheeled, outer steer, internal combustion, counterbalance, three-wheeled, center steer, internal combustion, counterbalance, four-wheeled, outer steer, electric, counterbalance, three-wheeled, center steer, electric. If site-specific forklift type is not listed in Section 4.5, then evaluation and certification must be completed on the site-specific forklift type. Some of the various types may include rough terrain and standing rider trucks. Site-specific training must include the following workplace-related topics: surface conditions where the vehicle will be operated, composition of loads to be carried and load stability, pedestrian traffic where the vehicle will be operated, narrow aisles and other restricted places where the vehicle will be operated,
hazardous, classified, locations where the vehicle will be operated, ramps and other sloped surfaces that could affect the vehicle's stability, closed environments and other areas where insufficient ventilation or poor vehicle maintenance could cause a buildup of carbon monoxide or diesel exhaust. Other unique or potentially hazardous environmental conditions in the workplace that could affect safe operations.
The standard recertification interval is 3 years. A notification of the requirement for recertification will be automatically assigned by SCU prior to the 3-year anniversary date. Recertification will consist of a knowledge test and an advanced competencies practical evaluation. For more information, please see Appendix B. Refresher training must be conducted when one of the following occurs: documented safety incident, observed safety violation, significant change to workplace conditions that could affect safe operation of the forklift. This will be accomplished with practical hands-on evaluation, using Appendix B.
Following successful recertification, the operator will be issued an updated certification card, which is required to be uploaded to SCU.
When a certification expires, a new forklift type is identified, or the employee changes site, the employee shall not operate a forklift until all tasks are completed utilizing Appendix C in this document. Following an accident, near miss, or reported unsafe operation of a forklift, safety will investigate and work with manager to determine the level of refresher training required or if revocation of certification is needed. All incidents involving an injury will require retraining. If recertification is required, the operator's license will be temporarily suspended until refresher training has been completed. The event and corrective action will be recorded and uploaded to SCU by safety as part of employee's forklift certification history. For locations where the only authorized operator is a warehouse manager, safety will work to re-evaluate the operator within a reasonable time to minimize impact on operations. In the event that a safety evaluation cannot be done, then a regional director warehouse manager may perform the evaluation to recertify the operator utilizing Appendix C of this document. Site-specific training must include the following workplace-related topics: surface conditions where the vehicle will be operated, composition of loads to be carried and load stability, pedestrian traffic where the vehicle will be operated, narrow aisles and other restricted places where the vehicle will be operated.
Hazardous, classified, locations where the vehicle will be operated. Ramps and other sloped surfaces that could affect the vehicle's stability. Closed environments and other areas where insufficient ventilation or poor vehicle maintenance could cause a buildup of carbon monoxide or diesel exhaust. Other unique or potentially hazardous environmental conditions in the workplace that could affect safe operations.